Ramsdale and Chelsea. Let me touch also on another player who could join Premier League football in January, and this. Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Also this week with the Christmas holidays, also next week with the end of the year, we will always be here to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, touching on many things because things are happening on the transfer market, and so let's jump into a long point of the situation of many things together. Guys, I have a big list of names here next to me to keep you updated on many things, starting with Chelsea. They won against Newcastle in Carabao Cup. They are into the semi-finals. Kendry Páez was at Stamford Bridge for the first time to keep an eye at the atmosphere. He will join the club in 2025 when he will turn 18, but big moment for the Ecuadorian talent. Behind him, in the stands, there was another player, and the name is Pape de Jong. Born in 2006, very tall player, midfielder, physical player who did very well for Senegal under 17. He will join the Chelsea group because the idea of Chelsea is to sign the player now for 2024. He will only be able to join in Europe when he will turn 18, so in June 2024, and then he will probably go to Strasbourg to start his career. And then in the future, he will be a Chelsea player, but obviously it's Chelsea people in charge to sign the player to close this deal at the final stages. So Pape de Jong is joining Chelsea group for the future. And also about Chelsea, guys, I wanted to clarify something I already told you here on the channel on YouTube some weeks ago. We keep having rumors about Ramsdale and Chelsea, especially after the injury of Robert Sanchez, but I'm still told that Ramsdale is not part of the list. They are not working on this deal. So the idea of Chelsea is very quiet on goalkeepers in general, and for Ramsdale, they are not working on that. They're very happy with Petrovic, they're very happy with Sanchez, and so at the moment, remember also they have Slonina for the future, so nothing is happening on that one, on Ramsdale and Chelsea. Let me touch also on another player who could join Premier League football in January, and this Jean-Claire Todibo. This is an important news of the day, guys, because Tottenham, from what I understand, started the conversations to sign Todibo in January. So Tottenham will 100% sign a new centre-back in the January window, and Todibo is one of the top targets. Not the only one. I'm told in the short list there are also other names, but in the last 7 days, Tottenham spoke to player side, to players camp, and also to Nice to understand about the conditions of the deal. So Tottenham want Todibo, but the timing will be important. Tottenham want to be fast on this deal, don't want to spend 1 month negotiating with Nice and with the player. So the conversation is ongoing, Tottenham are trying. They also have other options, including also Dragusin from Genoa, who is set to extend the contract, but at the moment it doesn't mean that he's not leaving. It's just to give him a higher salary. But let's see what Genoa will decide to do. So Tottenham have multiple options, but Todibo is one of the priorities. The conversation is ongoing. Let me mention once again that Todibo remains on the list at Manchester United too. Ineos Group, in charge of Nice obviously, are also going to be the co-owners of Man United with 25% minority stake, and they are still pushing for Todibo to go to Man United. So Man United are in, Tottenham are in, and the race is still open also to other clubs. So nothing is decided, but Tottenham are for sure trying to sign Jean-Claire Todibo. So work in progress on this one. Let's see what's going to happen, and also the timing for Man United takeover could be important to understand what happens on Jean-Claire Todibo. What happens on the Brazilian players for Paris Saint-Germain is very clear. They are closing in on both Gabriel Moscardo and Lucas Beraldo deals. For Moscardo, the meeting between PSG and Corinthians on Tuesday was very positive. The agreement is imminent. 22 million euros plus one in add-ons. It's about the final details, and then Moscardo, 2005 born midfielder, will join Paris Saint-Germain. Lucas Beraldo is a centre-back playing for Sao Paulo. In this case, the fee is 20 million euros. On both cases, Paris Saint-Germain have a verbal agreement almost ready with both players and clubs, waiting to check the documents, to check all the final details. It's always important in Brazil to make sure everything is fine, and then they can close both Moscardo and Beraldo deals for 2024. So PSG very busy in Brazil. Donny van de Beek was busy in Frankfurt. He will leave Manchester United. The loan deal is confirmed. All good with the medical test, just waiting for the clubs to sign the documents, to sign the contracts, and then Donny van de Beek will be announced as new Eintracht player, but the deal is done. Also in Germany, Elif Elmas will join Leipzig from Napoli. 25 million euros. Exclusive news from yesterday is gonna be confirmed very soon. It's about the final details between the two clubs. The player already said okay, ready to travel for medical test once everything will be done. Carlo Ancelotti, and we go to Spain, in press conference mentioned exactly what I told you yesterday in the YouTube video here on the channel. I told you for Real Madrid, many reports, many people saying they are not going to sign any player in January to replace David Alaba. I told you, keep that open, because Real Madrid are still speaking internally with Ancelotti, with the board, with Florentino Perez. They are all together still discussing about the centre-back situation with many injuries. And Ancelotti today in press conference said, we are still speaking internally. We are still discussing. In case they find the right opportunity, we will make it happen. So Real Madrid are still actively discussing about the possibility to bring in a new centre-back in January. So keep an eye on Real Madrid and centre-back, because the conversation is ongoing and is gonna be ongoing again in the next days, involving the board, the manager and the president. For Barcelona, Robert Lewandowski agent Pini Zahavi was in Barcelona yesterday and confirmed to the press once again that Lewandowski is not planning to leave the club, nor in January or the summer. The idea of Lewandowski is to continue at Barcelona, and the idea of people at Barca is that Vitor Roque will help Lewandowski, because Lewandowski can't play all the games, and so Vitor Roque can give some rotation, can give some freshness to the squad, but also Lewandowski will obviously help Vitor Roque with his experience, with his quality, to grow and develop. So that's the mix, and Barca are very happy with these future moves. Future is for talents, and one of the best talents available on free transfer in the next weeks is Mateja Popovic. Born in 2006, playing for Partizan in Belgrade, is a very talented boy. AC Milan are in very advanced talks since October to sign Mateja Popovic, but Manchester City are trying to hijack the deal. Man City are interested. The player was in Belgrade in the last couple of days. Also, when there was the game between Red Star and Man City, the player was at the stadium. Man City are trying to hijack the deal and to sign Popovic. So keep an eye on this one, because it's between Milan and Man City. Let's see what happens there. And so guys, many things happening on the market. Let me know your opinion as always here in the comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell. As always, subscribe to the channel, because the January transfer window is coming. December will be busy. Christmas, enjoy your time with your families, but we will be here updating you. Ciao!